Hello guys, hello, good morning. I just checking in with you guys. It is the end of end of work week 3. So I've been here 3 weeks now, here in Toronto. Just giving you guys my weekly update. Nothing interesting. Things been going as clockwork. Hey guys, Future J here. I totally forgot to tell you guys, I must have been tired when I got back from that flight. Um, but I don't remember what day it was, but I know that we were landing in San Francisco and we had a service dog on board, and he pooped in the aisle. Yeah, we had just started descent into San Francisco, and I just remember the owner and the dog came rushing up to the front lavatory, and we could smell a little smell, so we kind of figured out what was happening. And I think I was in the front galley when all this was happening in the back, watching the front galley. So my person went back there to go see what's going on, and I think the owner had I don't know if that was the wife or something traveling with them, but I think she had picked up most of it. They had like a poop bag and stuff. But yeah, we had to have the cleaners come on board and, you know, sanitize, clean the carpet, and they did a good job. They got the smell out of the aircraft before, the passengers started boarding again. But yeah, that was a little excitement on that flight. That never happened to me before. I mean, usually, I don't have flights with animals. And he was a big, white, fluffy dog, and I don't know how the owner was in there with the dog in the lavatory, because airplane lavatories are really small, but he was, I guess, trying to clean his dog in the lavatory, and yeah, just a lot of smells going on. But luckily it was on descent, so we didn't have to fly that long um, with that situation. Flights have been good, no major issues with any passengers. If any issues, it's always been catering. Catering's always missing something, or not giving enough of something like meals, so we got to get that corrected before we leave. Sometimes we can't get it corrected before we leave, but other than that, all the flights have been going good. So yesterday was my ninth San Francisco turn, and I got 3 more to go, so counting down the days. It shows right now we're going to be sent home on the 13th. It's still they haven't booked a commercial flight yet, but it just shows that tentatively being sent home to Vegas, because we still have 6 more reserve days after we're done with these turns. So they could send us home, or if they have a trip for us, they could send us somewhere from here to do that trip. But so far it's showing being sent home, so we'll see. We did go to the mall 2 days ago. I didn't vlog it because it was just walking around the mall. Went to Walmart again to get some groceries, and one night this week we did go to dinner after we came back from our trip, one of our trips. So I mean, one of our turns. Hello, it's me interrupting me, but I was just editing this vlog, and when I seen the myself talking about the dinner that we went out to, we learned something pretty interesting that night. Like, I was craving a burger. I just wanted a good burger for dinner, and they had one on the menu, but our waitress said that here in Canada, the burgers come one way and it's well done, and you can't order it any other way. It's just automatically a thing, and it's like a law or something here. So that was pretty interesting to hear. I like my burgers medium, so I went with the steak bites instead. And the steaks and stuff, you can order whichever way you want, but just for the burgers, it comes well done. I don't know if it's because it's ground meat, if it's more prone to bacteria, or whatever the reason was, but yeah, that was a pretty interesting thing that we all learned that night. Anywho, just wanted to let you guys know that. And okay, back to me. Oh, hotel issues. There's been some hotel issues. They are renovating the restaurant downstairs, so they moved the restaurant out into the lobby area, like next to the front desk. They created a restaurant seating area, but the construction noise, so we can hear the construction noise in our room, and that's not good for us, because we're trying to sleep. because either we work early the next morning or we come home, later in the evening, and we're just so tired. But it's mainly in the morning, like during the day, the construction, you can hear jackhammer, sounds like a jackhammer, or sounds like drilling and pounding. So that's been going on. Summer, kids are out of school this past week, so more kids have been in the hotel, running up and down the hallways. The other day, one kid banged on my door and ran away. And just hotel issues. And then the lack of not having a laundry facility for us here. What else? Microwaves are limited, so not all of us could get a microwave for our room. I don't have one. So I've been pretty good in surviving without a microwave. I did bring my hot pot, so that's been kind of saving me, is my hot pot. And also there's been issues with housekeeping. Either they're not cleaning our rooms, like when we come back from our trip, our rooms are not clean, or it's like half cleaned. Like yesterday when they came back, like my trash, they took my trash, they put new towels, but my bed wasn't made. They didn't vacuum or sweep the floor. So they did kind of like a half-ass, I say half-ass job. But yeah, even all my other crewmates, like they didn't clean their rooms when there was requested to be cleaned. And here at this hotel, they do daily cleaning. So yeah, that's not so great, especially when you come home from work and you want just a nice clean room and a nice clean bed. And yeah, then you get a letdown when you come in. Other than that, yeah, weather's still been kind of up and down. We had a rainy day this week, and chilly in the mornings, warm in the afternoons or during the day. But all in all, nice weather. So yeah, so that's the update for week 3. Got one more week to go, so 3 more turns to do. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys probably on go home day. All right, see you guys later. Aloha. Hey guys, so the power just went out. It's 7:30 p.m. right now, and it's a warm day. So hopefully it's not gonna be off for long, cause it's gonna get really warm in here. Just hanging out in the room all day today. And yeah, so yeah, no lights. I guess there's no backup generators cause nothing kicked in right after. So we'll see how long this will last. Fun times, fun times. Okay guys, update. Power went back on. So it was only off for like 5 minutes, but back in business. So we'll see if it stays like that for the rest of the night. Good morning guys. Guess what today is? Today is my last work day here in Toronto, my last San Francisco turn, and then tomorrow is go home day. Yay, get to go home to Vegas. I'm so excited. Been here about a month now. So yeah, just let's get this day started so that we can get this day over and then head home tomorrow. We are all done, you guys. Passengers deplane back in Toronto. Oh yeah, I forgot. We are done. Dunzo. Hot, humid, and muggy because it's raining, or was raining. Just waiting for our car service now and back to the hotel. guys, I am all done. Back at home away from home. It is 8:44 p.m. Today's flights went very well. We were full up front. I wish I could have vlogged more, on the aircraft, but I forgot to tell you, like, as R1 working up front of the galley, like, it is busy as the moment I step on that aircraft. But I'll explain like all my duties and stuff of what I have to do to get my area ready for passengers and things like that. But let me get out of this uniform and take a shower, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys, shower is done. Always feels so good. I can sit down and talk to you guys for a little bit before I need to start packing to head home tomorrow. But yeah, I never fully told you guys what my duties was as R1 galley position on these Air Canada flights. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So basically, like, from the time I step foot on that aircraft, it's like a fire is lit under my ass and I need to get everything in order. So by the time they let us onto the aircraft, we pretty much have like 30 to 40 minutes before passengers start boarding. So once I get on the aircraft, I stow my bags and I do my security checks, and the security checks that is assigned for my area, and then I cross-check my purser's area because we work across of each other. Then I make sure the business class cabin is presentable for the passengers, make sure the cleaners have done their job. So we have 19 seats in business class, and they get a water bottle and headset at every seat. So I go ahead and grab the water bottles and headsets. And sometimes I can't do the headsets right away because they are locked in a galley cart, and the Air Canada flight attendants that fly with us, they have the key to unlock those carts. So sometimes I have to wait for them to get to the aircraft. So I will just do the water bottles. And then after that, I'm going to see in the order I do things. Well, there's no really order I do things, but it just needs to get done. So also, what is part of my duties is taking care of the flight deck, which is the pilots. And I have to make sure that they have, they get water bottles, they get a trash bag, brew the coffee, if they want coffee or any drinks. So basically I have to take care of the flight deck throughout the whole flight. I will go and see what their meal options are, and I will let them know what they are, and then they will let me know later on what they want to eat and when they want to eat. And the when is before we do our service, which is the first service to the passengers, or if they want to eat after we finish the service with the passengers. So they need to let me know that as well. After I do that, then hopefully the Air Canada flight attendants have arrived on board so that they can unlock my galley carts. So we are double catered for both ways, going to San Francisco and on the return. So I need to open up all my galley carts and make sure I have all the food, drinks, galley equipment. So I need to count the meal trays to make sure I have the correct amount. I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing any meal trays. I'm not missing any meals, any galley equipment. I have all the wines, the red, the white, the liquor, water bottles, like everything. I have to count and make sure I have everything. If there's any discrepancies, I need to let catering know. Now, sometimes when we get on the aircraft, catering is usually on catering the galley, so I have to sometimes wait outside my galley because they're in my galley. So I wait outside. So I'm waiting for them to finish, bring all my carts so that I can start doing my counts. Sometimes when we get on the aircraft, they're already done. So that's like the perfect time, the perfect world. They're already done because then I can just go straight to my galley. If there's any discrepancies, I usually let the Air Canada flight attendant knows, and she will call catering and to bring whatever we are missing to the aircraft. If we can catch catering while they're there, we can tell them, but if they're gone, if they left the aircraft, we need to call them to come back. Sometimes they can come back in time before we leave, sometimes they don't. So we will go without whatever that item is, and we will have to create miracles on board, if it's like food that we're missing or whatever it is. Yes, so I need to do all the meal counts. I need to make sure if we have any special meals, because passengers can order vegetarian, kosher, vegan. So I have to check if there's any special meals and make sure we have them on board. What else? And then by the time this is all is happening, we usually have started boarding already. So then I need to, while I'm in my galley, setting up my galley, greeting passengers, helping them with their bags, helping them with their seat assignments. Sometimes the call lights are already going off during boarding because they need help with something. So assisting customers, greeting them, and like I'm usually like sweating by then because I'm like getting my carts in order, organizing my galley how I want it so that everything flows easily. Like I said, taking care of the flight deck if they want coffee. Usually, like I make the mental note, or like I write on I have like a notepad of how each captain or FO, take their coffee, how they like it, cream, sugar, black, or what kind of drinks they like so and so likes Coke Zero with ice. I usually prep ahead of time. On these flights we do warm nut service and bread service, so I get the bread ready, throw it in the oven, just have it ready. I mean, I don't turn the ovens on, but just have it in the oven ready to go, so once I get up in the air I can turn the ovens on, start cooking the food and warming up the bread once we're in the air. But yeah, it's a lot that goes on before passengers boarding, during passenger boarding. What else am I missing? I mean, there's so much that goes on in that short amount of time. And so amongst all of this going on, or all of that going on, I also assist my purser with anything that she needs done as well. I'm just like running up and down the aircraft because sometimes I have to go to the mid galley to get things, or the aft galley, things like that. So but that's pretty much what I can think of right now. I'm pretty sure I'm missing stuff, but that's just the basis of how I have to get the galley prepped for these flights that we have been doing. But yeah, tomorrow is go home day. So tomorrow, 4 of us is commercialing on Delta. Our flight is at 1:30 p.m. We have to go to Atlanta first. We have a 4-hour layover in Atlanta, and then we continue on to Vegas, and we should get into Vegas at about 9:15 p.m. I know it's a long layover in Atlanta, but if you've ever been to Atlanta airport, you know how that airport can be. Some of my other crewmates, they have flights through Chicago, one is through Salt Lake, one is through Detroit. Like, they just put us on all these different commercial flights home. I'm going to finish I started packing yesterday for a little bit, but I'm going to finish packing, and then this assignment is Dunzo, and going home, and going to be, me, I'm going to be a couch potato for the next 2-3 days. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. It is go home day. It is about 10 a.m. Room is all packed up. I am so ready to go. So long day of commercial travel home. Let's get this go home day started. Actually, it started at 7 a.m. I met Hikaru and Soren for breakfast this morning. Came back to my room, did a little bit more packing, got like a little bit of a cat nap, and then now I'm ready. Alright guys, we are in Atlanta. We've actually been here about 3 hours now. We still got 1 more hour to go, but guess what I got? Hello guys, I am home. It feels so good. It feels so good to cut my hair because it was bushy. But got home yesterday. So the flight from Toronto to Atlanta was good. It was like 2 hours. And then when we got to Atlanta, you know, we had 4 hour layover there. So like for 2 hours, we like sat at the food court and got some food. Then our gate changed to another terminal, so we had to change terminals, and then just waited there for like another 40 minutes, and then it was time to board. And then the flight from Atlanta to here to Vegas, it was 3 hours 30 minutes. And I thought I was gonna totally knock out on that flight, but I ended up just watching a movie, listening to music, and it was a pretty comfortable flight. I was on the exit row. And then yeah, so we got to Vegas at about 9:30ish. We're a little late, 9:30 p.m. Vegas was 100 and something degrees. As always during the summer, it's sometimes over 100. It's been over 100 for the past few weeks, I heard. But yeah, it is nice and toasty here. But I'm still happy to be home. So I'm on reserve today. I'm on reserve for the next 6 days, and then I start my days off and have 11 days off. But yeah, so 30 days in Toronto for the Air Canada subservice, and it was actually not bad. Once work started, because we worked every other day, time started to go by faster. It was really nice that I finally got to see Niagara Falls, and then I didn't get to go downtown area, but at least I got to see it the last time when I was there last year. But yeah, and my crew was really good, and it was, yeah, overall not a bad time there. So I'm gonna close out this vlog. Oh yeah, you did see me go to Starbucks in Atlanta. So did you guess which one I got? If I got the Georgia or if I got the Atlanta mug? Well, I ended up getting the Atlanta one. So this is the, you know, the Discovery series, the new series. And I will pick up the other one later, so yeah. But anyways, I'm going to close this vlog out. And I think I mentioned before, Rick and I are probably not going to do any vacation this month. Maybe just a small road trip, day trip somewhere. But it's just so hot every which way we go. If we go north, south, east, west. So we'll see if we do anything. But yeah, okay, I will see you guys on the next one. Aloha.